Hey guys, I need to ask a favor. If you could screenshot my channel, because it just seems like I'm being set up for something, and I'm worried that I don't know. If you don't know how to screenshot, you can just go to screencast-o-matic.com. It's totally free. You don't even need, I don't even think you need to download it. All you do is, it's a free screenshot. You can just record anything that you see on the internet, and just screenshot the videos that I have on my channel, because I just have noticed other people disappearing, and let me just tell you what's been happening, like yesterday and today. Yesterday, I went outside. My son was playing outside, and I found another cigarette butt in my yard, and I just raked the lawn on Saturday. And so, I mean, I knew it wasn't there on Saturday. And so that happened, and then, you know, I was upset about that, and then I went to my front porch, and there was a pile of child's clothing on my front porch that was identical to the clothes that my son has in his closet. It was a pair of shoes, a pair of socks, and a t-shirt, and like a piece of trash, like a little plastic bag of candy or something. And I mean, I must have just been standing there for like 15 or 20 minutes staring at it, because I was so freaked out. Because I knew that it looked identical to my son's clothing, and I mean, I even went in and I looked at my son's shoes to see if it really was the same brand, and it was the exact same brand in the exact same color. The t-shirt that was there is identical to the one that my son has, and I bought that t-shirt at a thrift store, like in a different state, like a couple years ago. I think I might have gotten it in New York. I don't remember, but I bought it at a thrift store. I know that much. And the socks were identical to the socks that my son has. That's not a coincidence, you guys. And that all happened yesterday. And those clothes they were sprawled out on my porch, okay, in front of my door, and they were there all day yesterday and all night last night, and then today, and then they were still there today, and then finally today I called my apartment manager, and I told her, and they came and got my son's clothes. I mean, I'm sorry. They weren't my son's clothes. I don't know whose clothes they were, because I went and checked, and my son still had that same shirt. He had his shoes, his socks, everything are still in my house. So I don't know whose clothes those were, but that is not an accident. Somebody did that on purpose. And the same day, they did that the same day that they left a cigarette butt on my lawn. Also, there's been this guy hanging around, walking by my house, and it's happened twice now. The first time it happened, it really creeped me out. He was really creepy. He was walking really, really slow. I was outside. My son was playing outside, and I was outside with them. And this guy is walking by my house, and he was like walking real slow, and he was just, you know, looking at me and looking at my son, and just kind of, he was like looking and turning his head to the back as he was looking at us, and then he kind of like spit on the ground. Like he's trying to act like he was just turning his head around to spit, but he was like looking at us. And then it was really creepy and it freaked me out. But I was like, okay, maybe it's just an isolated incident, blah blah blah. And that was either Saturday or Sunday between like 4 and 8 p.m. But then today he walked by again at like noon, and today's Monday, and he walked by again at noon today, and this time he whistled, and it was just like this long, creepy whistle that I couldn't even repeat to you guys. And whistling is something they do. Whistling is something that the gang stalkers do, and I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you know, I would have thought maybe this was only something that was happening to me if it weren't for all these other people that are describing the same things. They'll do things that they have in the past done things that when I was a child, I just don't even want to talk about it right now. Except suffice it to say, they have trigger words, trigger phrases, and songs and things that they do to try to terrorize you. And whistling is one of the things that they do to try to terrorize me. So this guy was like whistling in this really long, creepy whistle. And there was a guy with him, another guy with him that was kind of ahead of him a little ways, and when he started whistling, the guy like turned around and kind of like laughed and was like, ha ha ha. Like he knew that he was doing it because of me, because I was standing out there and in my own yard. And it just really, really scared me. And I feel like I can't even go in my yard now. I can't even. It's like it doesn't matter where I go. Somebody is persecuting me and terrorizing me everywhere I go. You guys, I move across the freaking country, and it's still happening. And it's terrorizing because they do it in a way that they know the cops aren't going to listen to you. That's why I have a hidden camera now. That's why I wear hidden cameras. But they try to do it in a way that nobody else is going to understand the significance of what they say or do. But it's terror. Like they'll terrorize you, and they'll do something that terrorizes you, whether it's in your childhood, and as they're terrorizing you, they will sing a song or do a specific action, and then later on they will repeat those words or phrases or actions or whatever it is, and I guess they do it in order to terrorize you, or it could be remote neural monitoring where they're just trying to map out the brain. I don't know. I just don't know, you guys. But I am really freaked out, and I want to ask a favor that you just, maybe I already said this, if you could just screenshot my YouTube channel page, like screenshot my videos that I have on my channel, like with my channel name and the videos that I have on my channel. I mean, it doesn't have to be like every single video, but I'm just, I really, you guys, I really, really mean this. I really think that they're trying to set me up for something. And the reason I say, can you screenshot my channel, is because I've noticed other people disappearing on YouTube, but their channels will be taken over. Like, for example, there was this guy, he was Christian, and he was a Christian man, and he would make occasional videos about, you know, his thoughts on scripture about the rapture, um you know, different stuff like that. And so I was subscribed to him, and then this one day he, I can't remember his screen name anymore, but you guys might know who I'm talking about when I tell you this. He used to always make videos out of his house, and he seemed to have a really nice house, you know. And then this one day, he was in like this old van, and he just started talking about how the government was God, and it was so weird. I mean, I was just, and then I clicked on his channel. I was like, what's going on with him? And I clicked on his channel to unsubscribe, because I just was like, no, the government's not God. I don't agree with that. And that was really weird and really creepy. And I was like, so I clicked on his channel, and all his videos were gone. All the videos that he had recorded about his thoughts on the rapture, and just all of it was gone. And I just thought, oh my God, somebody took over his channel. It was so weird. And I mean, I don't know how they would do that, where they could like impersonate him online. I don't know. That's pretty weird, but it really freaked me out. And so there was that, and then there was this other guy. I don't know. Well, I don't know if you guys remember, but you remember that guy, Jared Loughner, who was thrown into prison for shooting Gabrielle Giffords? Well, and remember they had said that he had a YouTube channel, but then the YouTube channel that they claimed was his was still posting comments, like, after they took him into custody. So it was like either that was his YouTube channel, but they took over the channel and changed it, or that was never even his YouTube channel to begin with. Because how could he post comments while he was in custody, in jail? You know what I mean? So that's another weird thing that makes me think, yeah, they can take over your channel, delete all the videos, and then make it look like whatever they want to make it look like. And then the third person was Jesse Woodrow, and some of you guys may remember who Jesse Woodrow was. He was a Christian, and he also was an actor, and he worked in Hollywood for a long time, and he worked as an actor for a long time, but then he started, he got out of that, and he started doing Christian type stuff, and he had a radio show, he had a YouTube channel, he had Twitter, he had all this stuff. And he was really major. He actually started doing tours. Because I remember it was in the summer of 2010 that he started uploading these videos saying that somebody had pulled a gun on him. He lived in Hollywood, and he was on Santa Monica Boulevard, and he said that somebody had pulled a gun on him in the middle of the day on Santa Monica Boulevard. And, and he uploaded that video, and I was like, wow. And then another time, he started kind of uploading these videos that were just really personal, and he didn't normally do that, because he wasn't like me or some of the other TIs you see where we get on here and we literally talk about, like, really personal stuff. And by the way, the only reason I do that is because you guys need to know this stuff. You need to know. I don't do it because I think it's cool. It's embarrassing. But I do it because there are people out there that need to know. They need to know. People need to know what's going on. But he wasn't like that. He was more like, his videos were just really, really professional, and you could tell that he had a really good, like, studio set up at his house or wherever it was, and he had all these people helping him, and you could tell because his videos were just really, really professionally done. And he would give us the news, and he was just really on top of the news. I mean, I remember one of the last videos that he uploaded, besides his video of saying that somebody had pulled a gun on him. One of the last videos that he uploaded was about a law that had been passed, that Obama had passed some kind of law or something. The Obama administration had passed a law. Oh man, I wish I could remember what it was. But anyway, he was talking about that, and I remember him saying, I remember him talking about the Constitution and saying, no, we can't give away our sovereignty. And I just remember that was like the last video. And then all of a sudden, he disappeared. And what happened was, all of a sudden, all of the videos on his YouTube channel disappeared, and then started re-uploading old student films that he had done like in his younger days, and just really stupid stuff. And then there was this one video that was on the main page and it was a video of him screaming. It was a film that he had done, probably like in his younger days, and it was like kind of like a horror film or something. I don't know. It was really stupid, but it was just him like being attacked by something, and he was like screaming in pain, and it was an acting gig, but it just wasn't. It just seemed like somebody had taken over his channel, and they were like throwing it in everybody's face, like, haha, we got him. And that's what it seemed like. And the Jared Loughner channel, that one was kind of weird too, because the video that you saw on that YouTube channel, and I never knew what that channel was, but the video that was on his channel, after he was already taken into jail, and somebody had obviously taken over his channel, and it was obvious because they were still posting comments after he was taken to jail. But there was like only one video on the channel, and it was a video of somebody burning the American flag, and they looked like they were in pain. They were covered up from head to toe with a trash bag. And they looked like they were in pain. And they like hobbled over to this American flag that was just like posted right there on the ground. And then they like lit it. They lit it with a match and lit it on fire. But you couldn't see who it was, and you couldn't see. I'm freaked out, you guys. And I want you guys just to screenshot the videos that are on my channel in case something happens. And all of a sudden my channel changes. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I will never, ever shut down my channel. I will never shut down my channel. I will never delete the videos off my channel. Ever. Ever. I'll never do that. So if for some reason, if my videos are ever deleted, or if really, really weird stuff starts getting uploaded on my channel, it's not me. And I mean, you guys know who I am. You know the kind of stuff that I upload. I'm just telling you now, I will never change my channel. I will never delete it. Nothing. I'll never, I've already told you all the other stuff. I will never hurt myself. I will never hurt my child. I will never burn anything down. I'll never hurt anybody else. And the only circumstance that I would hurt someone else is in self-defense or defense of my child. And I'm afraid, very afraid that it might come to that, and I'm prepared. I am prepared, and I will do whatever is necessary to protect my child and myself. And I am very, very freaked out right now. And I can't even. I mean, if you haven't gone through it, if you're not a TI, if you haven't experienced this stuff, I can't explain it to you. It's so terrorizing, the stuff that they do. I mean, those clothes on my front porch that were identical to my son's clothes. I mean, I don't know what they're trying to say. I have no idea what they're trying to say. That is just so... But as I was standing there, I started feeling... It was almost like they were attacking me with something, because some type of remote device, because I started having these sensations on my body. And then I just started having, like, extreme just anxiety. Like, I had to just, like, go lay down, because I just started feeling so stressed out that I can't even describe it to you guys. The stuff that they do is so terrorizing. It's so terrorizing, you guys. And I can't even describe it to you. I can tell you the exact things that happen, and you guys, I don't get on here and tell you everything, because I just can't tell you everything. Because there's just too much. But I mean, you know, at least some of what's been going on. I just get on here and I just tell you, you know, the specific things that are going on, and I just can't understand. I just can't understand it. I completely do not understand what's happening. I don't understand why. I don't understand who. I don't even understand how. I don't understand the who, why, or how. All I know is the what. All I can do is tell you what is happening. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you who. And I feel like things are escalating, and I do think that they are trying to set me up for something. I'm just really freaked out. I'm really freaked out. I'm gonna let you go, because I don't think there's anything else to say, except I just hope that you will screenshot my channel and the videos that are on my channel, so that if there's a change or something happens and they take over my channel, then you'll know that it's not me and somebody took over my channel. I mean, I don't have an online presence anywhere else. It's pretty much just this channel, because I just don't have the time. You know what I mean? It's all I can do to you know, have this channel. And I don't even, like, respond to comments. I don't even open up to comments for security reasons. And I don't even, like, message people anymore, because I just don't have the time. It's all I can do to, like, make, you know, share with you guys the information. That's all I can do. That's it. I can't, you know, I don't have, like, Twitter and all this other stuff. I just don't. I mean, for those of you that are not single parents, you just cannot understand how much work it is, and how much, I mean, I work like 16-hour days, 7 days a week. It just never ends. And I mean, yeah, part of that is, you know, keeping you guys updated as well. I mean, I consider that like my job, I guess, even though it's not really technically a job. But I mean, and for those of you that support me, I cannot even thank you enough. I just thank, you know, I thank you for that. And I just don't even know. There's nothing that I could say to express my thanks. There's nothing I could say that could, you know what I mean? There's just, but it's, for those of you that support, and you know who you are, for those of you that are supportive of this channel, I mean, it's very helpful, and it's very much appreciated. And even though, like, you know, like I said, I don't even, like, do messages anymore or anything like that. And I apologize to any of you that have messaged me and I didn't message back. it's because I just don't even check my messages. And I'm sorry, and I know that, like, I just can't, okay? Because they attack me through my messages. These people will, like, and I'm not imagining it, okay? Because they'll actually talk about things that have happened that I've never mentioned to you on YouTube. I've had several people do that, where they'll message me and they'll say things that are like, it's clear to me that they know. For example, I had one person describe an audition that I went to, like, back in 1996. And I mean, this person described the audition in detail. And I've never told you guys about it. So, I mean, there are people on YouTube that I just can't do it. I can't go anywhere to get away from these people. I mean, they're everywhere. They're in my inbox, they're online, they're right outside my backyard, they're at the grocery store. I mean, these people are everywhere. They're leaving stuff on my front porch. I mean, it's insane. It's insane what these people are doing. I feel like I'm living in a horror movie. And I've never done anything to anybody. And there's just no reason for it. There's just no reason why any person has any good reason to do it. The only thing I can think of is that it's some type of experimental thing, that they're conducting experiments. That's the only thing I can think of, where, because the weird stuff, it goes all the way back to my infancy. It goes all the way back to my infancy. And I just don't know. I don't understand what is going on. I don't understand, why do I have this big dent on my head from when I was, apparently it happened when I was in the womb, but I don't really know that. I mean, the dent is still there, but, you know, when I was a child, it was this big red soft spot on my head. But, you know, everybody told me that it was there when I was born. I mean, I can't tell you that's true because I really don't know. But that's what my family says. They said it was there when I was born, so something must have happened in the womb. But I mean, I'm just telling you, this stuff goes all the way back to before I was even born. And I do not understand what it is. I cannot comprehend what's happening to me. And that is stressing me out even more, because I can't comprehend what's happening. And I know it's not a game. I know that it's not a game, okay? I mean, there's these movies out there that they want you to think that it's a mental illness, or that it's just some game, or that it's just, you know, there's movies out there. And movies, you guys, please understand. I mean, I'm sure you guys do. If you're listening to me, you do understand. But there are some people out there that just don't get it. They think that movies are somehow, you know, they think that if a movie is made, that it must be reality. And I'm not talking about, you know, the Ellen thing. That was weird. That was definitely that was a psyop. The Ellen and Deep Impact thing, the Deep Impact movie connected to Ellen, that was a psyop for sure, no question. And there are things that happen in the movies that are just really weird, like the 9/11 attacks that were in, like, so many television and movie shows. But I mean, you can't. Yes, I mean, that's true. It does seem like there's all these weird codes and stuff that show up in movies, but I'm telling you that there's a lot of lies too. There's a lot of false information in movies. And, you know, when the movies try to explain, you know, targeted individuals and stuff, they have their own imaginative spin on things. And you know, sometimes, and that's just all it is. It's just somebody taking pieces of truth, pieces of reality, and then mixing it with their imagination, which is fabulous. Great. I love the movies. I mean, you know, that was what I always wanted to do. when I was growing up. I love the movies. I'm not at all saying that, but I'm just saying, please recognize that, if you see a movie describing a targeted individual, that doesn't mean that that's exactly the truth. For example, I mean, the specific movie that I'm talking about is that movie called The Game, where it kind of describes the type of stuff that happens to targeted individuals, except that it kind of paints the guy as kind of being a jerk. And then at the end of the movie, it turns out that it's all just this big elaborate hoax, this big elaborate game, and then they have this big celebration party at the end. And I mean, during the movie, they tried to murder this guy. I mean, it was attempted murder. There was like breaking and entering. It was horrible, the stuff that happened to this guy. And then at the end, they were like, "Oh yay, it was all just a game. Don't worry about it." And I'm here to tell you that gang stalking is not a game. And because this weird stuff has been going on since I was literally still in the womb of my mother, I don't know what is going on. It's so weird, but I'm telling you, it's definitely not a game. And I mean, I just look back on my own life, and I know that the stuff that happened to me, that it's not a game. And I just don't know. I mean, like I said, why they targeted me, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it was my dad worked for the government. That was probably the reason why. But beyond that, I am just clueless. I just don't understand it. And it's just so weird, the stuff they're doing to terrorize me. And I just can't understand why they're even... I just can't understand it. I don't understand why they're doing it. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm sorry to talk so long, but I just wanted to let you know what's going on. And if you could just screenshot my channel and the videos that are on my channel. It doesn't have to be all of them, but just in case something happens, just in case, I don't know, just in case something happens, because I really, really think that they might be setting me up for something. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go.